Mark 12:31 instructs us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. In that spirit, we literally think of our neighborhood as a little pocket of love, a cul-de-sac that's made up of empty nesters, young families, professionals, and some really adorable children. It was some years ago while preparing dinner that I looked through my window at one of our neighbors edging the curb of his neighbor's yard. A few days later, I saw another neighbor doing the same thing, and later, watering flowers for the neighbor on his side. During the COVID lockdown in March 2020, one of our newer neighbors rang our front doorbell. He wanted to give us his phone number and let us know that he was working from home and available to shop for whatever we needed. My eyes watered as I thanked him for his generous offer. When last February brought us icy roads, this most neighborly fellow was back with a survival kit of food. Then he trudged on to make the same delivery to others. So many of these wonderfully routine exchanges of goodwill and respect seem to play out before us every day. These acts of kindness, so very important and irreplaceable, must be acts of love.
Phyllis Sells. I've been a member of West End for over 40 years, and I've been very interested in the theme of love that our church is involved in over several weeks. And I've been thinking about love and what does it mean and where do we see it, and I just realized that I had found a quote from Cornel West, who said that justice is what love looks like in public. And I said, wow, that just sounds like what Jesus would say, because Jesus was concerned about the least of these, about people who didn't have a voice. And I am so glad that West End is a part of an organization called NOAH, Nashville Organized for Action and Hope. This is an organization that is made up of 60 congregations, Jewish, Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, all who love Nashville, all who are concerned about Nashville being a city that is a just city and a loving city for all. We all know that there are so many discrepancies and disparities in Nashville toward rich and poor and black and white. And Nashvillians for NOAH, Nashville's group, and with a lot of folks from West End, we're working on issues like affordable housing. We want all people who work to have a living wage. We want the justice system in Nashville to be just. And we want all of the children in Metro Public Schools to have opportunities to learn and to grow. So Nashville is a wonderful place to live, but we all need to work to make sure that it is a place of love and justice for all, and to remember that justice is what love looks like in public.
We recently had Valentine's Day, which seems to be pretty focused on romantic love. And the biggest love of my life died almost 8 years ago, and I miss him every single day. He was never somebody I would have thought I would have fallen in love with, but we did fall deeply in love. And one of the biggest gifts was learning how to even love his faults, and for him to even love my faults. And anytime I started nagging him, he would say, "Darling, you're nagging." He didn't get angry. He didn't diminish any of my concerns or belittle me. He just didn't take anything off of me. And I didn't take anything off of him. One time we were going to take a weekend trip, and I asked him if he would take his car to get the oil changed that day. And he said, "Sure." And that evening I said, "How was the oil change? Is everything ready to go and with the car?" And he said, "I didn't go." And I said, "Will you go tomorrow?" Sure. He didn't. So when I asked him, I said, "Why did you tell me that you were going to take the car in and then not do it? He said, because you wanted me to say I was going to do it. And we laughed so hard. And that was part of accepting him the way he was. And he offered me that same kind of acceptance every single day. But it was such a miracle how God showed up every single day in our relationship.